Welcome back, Flare community. I hope you're all well and having an incredible Thursday as always. And yes, it is time for the weekly news update, where we're covering all of the significant news that happens on the Songbird and the Flare network. Right, let's jump straight in. We're starting with the NFT leaderboard this week. And if we go to xHaven and scroll down, topping the chart for this 7-day period, we have the Loyalties collection from Anosis, which has made an incredible recovery. In second place, we have the Focus Pass. In third place, we have Block Bonez. Fourth place, we have Smuggler Chimps. And in fifth place, the Yoru collection. The bottom three being powered by Digital DYNMX. I'm going to talk a little bit about Smuggler Chimps and Yoru in just a moment. But first, straight into the big news. This is actually a post that I tweeted about a couple of hours ago. And it actually goes from this tweet here that Hugo said. He said, "Weird how true it is that when you wait for a bus for a long time, and then all 6 come up in short succession." A very popular phrase, and I decided to post about it, that I have a feeling that this may be relating to the Flare network. We've got F Assets 1.1 on Songbird just around the corner, F Assets 2.0 on Flare, XRP staking via Firelight Fi, and a mysterious announcement as mentioned by none other than Thanos, who is part of the Flare network team. Looks like we do have some fireworks to look forward to, and the interesting thing is that the Flare team actually liked and retweeted this. So a little bit of mystery around that. I'm excited, and I think we are just on the precipice, on the cusp of something truly great. I hope you're as excited as me. Next up, high integrity data is important. And actually, this is a retweet from Cointelegraph a couple of days ago, talking about an exploit from Kilo X decentralized exchange. And the attacker actually manipulated the price feeds across BNB, Base, and Tyco chains, draining liquidity. The exploit is still going on, and USDC linked to the hack may be blacklisted. So yeah, the exploit stemmed from manipulating price feeds, data feeds. And we all know that the Flare network has the FTSO, the best in the space. And this is what I put. High integrity data is very important, especially with so many millions of TVL, that's total locked value, locked up in various DeFi applications. So dApps that heavily rely on oracles to prove the correct and accurate data. Not all oracles are built the same. Flare Network's enshrined oracle, which means that it's part of the network itself, leverages the security of the network with information sourced from 100 plus data providers, meaning that if you want to compromise this system, you're going to have to compromise a very large portion of the data providers, which is extremely unlikely. There are other oracles out there that have very few, far less than 10 sources that they gather the information from into the oracle, and then the oracle spits out an average. That's pretty much somewhat similar, but I believe that Flare does it differently, in my humble opinion, and much better. But to compromise 100 is a very big stretch of the imaginations. This is just one reason why the Flare network is a network that is built for the future, built with direct access to data that developers can trust, that they can get very easily and very cheaply and very quickly as well. So well, that was definitely worth mentioning, because the FTSO is very unique, and it is actually leading the space in terms of oracles in crypto. This is something that, if I'm honest, excites me the most about the Flare network. So Hugo talks a lot about permission managed wallets, PMWs. So the world is much bigger than the Flare network. We know that. There's thousands of cryptocurrencies and blockchains out there. And this is why I think FSP plus Ts plus PMWs will allow you to interact with multiple networks without ever having to leave Flare. yes, this means that you're going to be able to interact with Bitcoin, XRP, and many other networks, all from the Flare blockchain. And this is a very high level of chain abstraction, which means that the user doesn't necessarily need to know which which blockchain that they're actually interacting with. They can just do it all from one network. So gone are the days of having to manage multiple wallet addresses and go to your MetaMask, switch networks, open up different applications and different wallets to interact with different blockchains. And this is what excites me most about the Flare network. And in fact, for the Patreon family, I'm going to be creating a very detailed video about this and explaining it in a lot of detail. And I'm currently working on that, and I think it's going to be my best video yet. This was funny. We talk about Ts and ZKPs. So Ts are trusted execution environments, and they are highly scalable. And this is what Flare is using. And ZK proofs, zero knowledge proofs, are an inferior alternative. And I created this meme here. I thought it was pretty funny. I was just messing around with Grok. So actually it was ChatGPT, but nonetheless, I think it was pretty funny. And it actually created a half decent image. And another good thing is that ChatGPT can actually spell now, which is a welcome addition. Here we go. So Flare is building the blockchain for data, where dApps can rely on secure, accurate, and reliable off-chain data by design. That's what we call data certainty. And this is what I talked about just a minute ago. But the important thing that you need to know is that on the Flare network, the Flare Data Connector, or the FDC, joins the minimum conditions. And this is particularly relating to anyone that is delegating. Here's what you need to know. Rewards distributed from April the 28th will be affected. Verify data provider's status to continue earning. Switch if they are no longer eligible. So anyone any of the entities that are not integrating the Flare Data Connector are going to be, I believe, earning much less rewards, or maybe even all of the rewards entirely. If you do want to check, you can check on the Flare Systems Explorer. That's flare-systems-explorer.flare.network. You go to the providers tab here and on advanced, and you can see that these have FDC. This one is enabled. All of these are enabled. If you scroll a little bit further down, you can see that some of them are not enabled. So when you're delegating, be sure to delegate someone with the Holy Trinity, all three: the FTSO anchor feeds, the FTSO block latency feeds, which basically means every second or two, and also the FDC. You can see that it is not highlighted yet because it hasn't come into effect, but if we go back to the post here, this will come into effect in the epoch that ends on April the 28th. Just a bit of a heads up there. Flare has big plans. We're unlocking many new use cases for XRP, amplifying its utility across the whole ecosystem. This was actually part of a discussion that was hosted by Flare Forward. I'd highly recommend viewing this if you haven't already and giving them a subscribe. This was an interview with Hugo, and the team really went granular into what Hugo's visions are for the future. And I'm not going to reveal too much. I just think you should definitely watch it if you are invested in FLR and the entire ecosystem. A great video, and in fact I will link it in the description below. Summer 2025. Ripple builds the rails, Flare unlocks the playground. It wasn't luck, you were meant to see this, and this is actually likely relating to Firelight Fly. This is something that has recently come to light, and this is going to be the staking solution for XRP. And this is actually built by Into the Block, which is a previous well-established partner of the Flare network. Sometimes the best opportunities are just around the corner, which suggests around the corner that something is coming very soon. Some news from Spend the Bits here. Jay walks into a store recently. He's the founder and creator, and it was one of his proudest days. He walked into Tim Hortons, tapped his MasterCard, and paid for coffee using USDC settled in real time with live confirmation on the Polygon chain. Now, this application, as you can see here, is actually powered by the Flare network. So this is a great highlight of Flare's technology, and it's great to see such a proficient builder building such an application here. You can follow him at J_spend_the_bits, or if you want to follow the project itself, spend_the_bits. Right, moving along. We have a new update from FTSO AU, which have since rebranded to just AU, and you can actually find this is a rich list. So I wouldn't go touting how much you have, which fish that you end up being, or Aquarius animal, just for security reasons, but you can get an idea of where you rank in the broader community. So they've updated this now to include SFLR, so that's staked Flare, and yeah, just a little bit of fun. Why not check it out over on flare.builders. This is a new listing from KCEX. This is a new listing for the Flare token, which is always a welcome addition because it does obviously highlight the Flare network and get a little bit more exposure, especially with such a big account. I mean, we can click on this here, 100 and almost 110,000 followers. So it's great to get that exposure there with 15,000 views and a lot of likes. Happy days. Moving along, we have this from Hotcoin, another big exchange here. This is 200 and almost 210,000, so 100,000 more. FLR USDT perpetual contracts are now live on Hotcoin. So you can trade it with leverage. Wouldn't be something that I would do, especially 40x. If I am personally trading leverage, it's always 2 or 3x maximum. But again, this is another great I guess, way to get exposure. A lot of people and a lot of exchanges are integrating FLR. I guess the real question is when Binance. Back in the day, the Binance pump was something that was legendary. I don't think it has the same gravity now with so many big exchanges taking place, but still, Binance would be a great addition in my opinion. This is a cheat sheet. FLR delegation versus FLR staking. A lot of people always ask me about this. Which one is better? Which one gives you the rewards? Well, Flare actually designed this handy little... can't blow it up for you, apologies, but you can find it over on my X page. Of course, you guys know my handle by now, at Community Flare. And it talks you through the difference between what it is, the rewards, like the reward cycle, why they exist, the effort required, and also the risks as well. So great to look into if you haven't seen that already. Moving along here, Pixel Chain Games is revolutionizing the Web3 gaming space. Pixel Chain Games and their game Pico, you can see it here on the right. It's the best game on the Flare network, in my opinion, and you can play it. In fact, we are going to be dropping a video tomorrow showing you how you actually play. And it's a competitive game, and you do win prizes in the form of the Pico token. So stay tuned for tomorrow's video to find out all about that. Today, I've been very busy, and I revealed a big portion of the Yoru trait. So this is from DYNMX, a project that I've created. Dynamic NFTs, where you mint the base layer and then you essentially build the NFT that you want. The power of choice is yours. As you can see here, these are all the base layers. We haven't unlocked Fusion yet, but it is next on the card. So stay tuned for that. It is coming. Blockbones here. I've been playing around with some ideas and how I can burn a lot of the BNZ, that's the Bones token. And yeah, I've got something that's, I think, pretty interesting, and we're going to see a lot of BNZ burnt over the course of the next month or two. I'm not going to really say much more than that, but just stay tuned. And again, with the Block Bonez collection, honestly, I am very humbled by this. It's an absolute privilege for me to have built the best-selling collection of all time on the Flare network. There's over 1 million FLR that's been distributed to the Block Bonez holders, and next month we're going to be distributing 500,000 FLR in rewards to the holders. The month after, it's going to be 600,000. The month after that, 700,000, 800,000, 900,000. And when all is said and done, currently the projection is 18 months, I believe. So on the 18th month, we will be distributing 1.8 million FLR to the holders of Block Bonez NFTs. And these have to be fully fused, by the way. Something I'm very proud to have built, and very much appreciative to all those who have bought their Block Bonez NFT. This is from Veryguard here. Songbird Epoch number 283 marks a significant milestone for Veryguard royalty collections. They've actually implemented a tool where existing collections can hook up their Veryguard smart contracts and basically allow them to share royalties. This update confirms successful Flare Time Series Oracle Rewards delegation claims directly from the distribution contracts themselves, and each Epoch claim is split amongst the NFT holders. This is a great tool for anyone that is an artist and have minted NFTs but don't have the technical capabilities to write and deploy these smart contracts. Definitely check out Veryguard if you haven't already. Meme coins. So this is Hugo here saying that there is categorically no official Buggo token. So Buggo, if you don't know, is the mascot that the Flare team have created. Read it once, read it twice, and read it thrice. There is no official Buggo meme coin on Flare. And actually, just to circle back, a lot of I guess over the past half a year, or maybe half a year ago, when meme coin season was rife on the Flare network, I did try to make a stand and let people know how this inevitably ends. A lot of people got burnt, and if that was you, I really do hope that you took something from that lesson, and mainly to stay away. It's very much a PvP, player versus player game. The thing that I took from this Buggo meme coin launch was that this is just opportunists that have already distributed their token between their little group and are now looking for new recruits to buy the token so that they can sell at a higher price. This is just how meme coins work. Meme coins created, it has no value. They distribute it within their clique and they say, look, this is the best thing since sliced bread. We're going to go to the moon. You pay money and buy it from us and buy it into the liquidity pool. We'll pull out all of the liquidity when it is really high or sell it. They make a lot of money and you're left holding a worthless meme coin. Right, enough of the rant. Let's move on. We're almost done here. This is just a gentle reminder not to leave FLR or Songbird for that matter on the table. Here was a post from AU. There are currently 86.8 million FLR yet to be claimed from previous Flare drops. Claim your tokens now, or otherwise they could actually get burnt. And it's actually beneficial if you claim them as soon as possible because then you get the compounding effect. Claim and compound often, wait too long, and your rewards will be burnt. I believe the expiration date is 90 days, but still, there's actually even auto claims out there, smart contracts, so maybe worth looking into them if you are away from the computer. But even if you check back once a week and claim 2 epochs at a time, it's definitely worth doing. Okay, we're leaving on a happy note. This is my personal perspective. I've never been more excited about the future of the Flare network than what I am right now. You know, a lot of people are excited about F assets, and it seems that they are just around the corner, but for me, Flare network represents much more than just F assets. It's much more than just a don't get me wrong, a very novel and sophisticated way to bridge non-smart contract assets. It's more about having this idea that Flare is the hub, and through permission-managed wallets, you're going to be able to interact with all of the cryptocurrency blockchains that are integrated, which I'm sure will be quite a lot, and Hugo even described this as a super app. Looking forward to finding out who might be building that, if anyone is already, and yeah, it's going to be another layer of abstraction where the user may not have the technical knowledge on how to navigate multiple blockchains, and you can just do everything from Flare. Come to the Flare network, set up your wallet, and then the rest is almost done for you. You want to interact with the XRP ledger and deposit some into some liquidity, you can go ahead and do that, or if you want to buy an NFT on Ethereum, you can do that from Flare. Take out a loan on Base or another chain, it all can be done from the Flare network, making it a hub, a central hub of blockchains, say the ultimate blockchain of all of the blockchains. That's the grand vision by Hugo, and if they can pull it off, please believe that the Flare network could be very popular, and that means that the FLR token would be in high demand, because in order to interact and process transactions on the Flare network, you're going to need FLR. That's the news for this week, guys. I really do appreciate you watching, and if you haven't liked or subscribed yet, I would highly appreciate it. Also sharing the video to get this news out there. Again, thank you so much for watching. Do have yourself an incredible weekend, and until next time, I'm out.
Mission Control, we have liftoff.